Hi there, boys and girls. Welcome to Storytime with Mr. Riddle. Today we're going to read Occupational Alphabet. You'll notice the pictures will be all drawn by kids. It's written and illustrated by 5th grade students of Holly Springs Elementary School in Pickens, South Carolina. I think you'll like the story. Ready to get started? A. A is for the athlete who kicks the ball. When it goes through the uprights, he stands very tall. Arthur the athlete astonishes anchors all across America. There's even other stuff it asks you to look and find. An acorn, air conditioner, airplane, alligator, an anchor, an apple, anvil, aquariums, arrows, axe, and ant. That's a lot of stuff to look for. You could pause the video and look for them. It's like a nice spy. B. B is for baker. Mixing up the icing, making all the goodies look even more enticing. It says Billy the Buff baker blows on burning blueberries while baking banana bread for bellowing black bears. Someone had a lot of fun with the different story pictures. And it says, can you find banana, blimp, ball, bed, balloon, bone, bug, boy, barn, and a bee? C. That's the next letter in the alphabet. C is for the coach who teaches how to spike. When they bump and set, the other team takes a hike. Carl and Calvin, the crazy coaches, coach colorful, classic, cool Carolinians. I don't know. Yeah. It says, can you also find caterpillar, checkerboard, chest, chicken, cat, clam, and comb? C is for coach. B is baker. Remember, A for athlete. D. D is for the doctor who helps me when I'm ill. He examines my throat and gives me a pill. Dan, Dawn, Doug, and Drew, the dazzling, determined doctors, disinfect and defeat disgusting diseases. And can you find the dartboard, diploma, disinfectant spray, and drawers? Look at all those doctors. E. E is for elementary school teacher who teaches very well. When she gives the homework assignment, her students look pale. It says Evan, the elementary educator, expertly experiments with enormous expandable elephants. That's crazy. Also says to look for an emerald, Easter egg, enter sign, exit sign, and earring. I'll show you one more time. F. F is for the forest ranger who protects our woods to make sure we have paper and other needed goods. Frank the fearless forest ranger frantically helps firefighters fight 5 furious forest fires. It says look for a fish, a football, and a fox. F. Forest ranger. G is for the governor whose job is really hard. In times of emergency, he calls the National Guard. Governor. He's the leader of our state. Greg the governor got a grand greeting at his great gathering. Can you also find ghost, gold, gong, and grapes? H. H is for hairstylist who cuts my hair. When my name is called, I sit in a special chair. A hairstylist. Heather, the hairstylist, happily handles hair. Can you also find a hammer, horseshoe, hanger, house, hook, and hose? I. I is for the illustrator who draws pictures for a book. He drew one of Peter Pan fighting with Captain Hook. Illustrator. I know a friend who illustrates books. It says Ian the illustrator illustrates Irishmen inserting iguanas into igloos. Can you also find insect, ice cubes, iron, ice skates, index cards, and inkwell? We've hidden things on each page. J. J is for janitor who cleans every room. While he's cleaning, he uses a broom. Jim the jumping janitor jams jumbled junk in the Jefferson Junction junkyard. You can also look for a jewel, jelly, jug, and a jukebox. Those all start with a J. K. K is for karate instructor who teaches me to fight. He won a medal at the tournament last night. It says Kevin the karate instructor keeps keys for the kick room. They've also hidden kilt, kangaroo, kitten, and knife. L. L is for limousine driver. Driving the limousine. When he steps out, he looks sharp and keen. A limousine driver. That's a fancy car. It's usually really long, really big. Larry the limousine driver loads luggage for Lauren Lovingood, while licking luscious lemon lime lollipops. You can also find lane, lamppost, latch, line, and lion. M. M is for a manager who helps us with our work, trying to find faxes everywhere they lurk. Murray, the manager, makes money in the market on Monday. You could also look for a mouse, Matt, meatballs, milkshake, menorah, monarch butterfly, and the moon. N. N is for nurse who assists the doctor. When someone is hurt, she's sometimes called a chopper. Nora the nurse nourishes nearsighted novelists needing nutrition. Nurse. You can also look for nail, nest, net, nickel, and noodle. O. O is for oceanographer who explores the sea. He discovers neat shells and fish for me. Opie the oceanographer opens outrageous oysters. Look and see if you can find an oar, an oil can, an organ, an otter, and an oyster. P. P is for paleontologist who uncovers a mystery by digging for fossils that tell us all about our history. Peter the practical paleontologist patiently ponders peculiar piles of petrified Parasaurolophus parts. And can you also find a purse, present, pitcher, pillow, a pyramid, pipe, and picture? That was a tough one. I hope you enjoyed it. Q. Q is for quality control worker who checks and gauges, then records all of his findings on pages. Quentin, the quality control worker, quietly and quickly questions quilters about quilting quirks. Can you also find question mark, quiver, quotation mark? Quality control. To make sure they're doing it right. R is for the rodeo clown who keeps danger away. He may look funny, but he works hard all day. Rudy the rowdy rodeo clown rides racehorses running rather rapidly. Also be on the lookout for a rake, a rat, a rook, and a rope. S. S is for sportscaster who tells us about the game. He reports the stats of all the players by name. Sam, the super sportscaster, said San Francisco stomped Seattle 76-16 at the Seattle Stadium. Sportscaster. See if you can find a skull, snake, sock, spear, stapler, and staples. You have to look closely. T. T is for truck driver, delivering on time. If his truck is too heavy, he's committing a crime. Tim the truck driver took 10 trucks to Transylvania to trade. See See if you can find a tent, tornado, a tow, excuse me, I think they put a comma in the wrong spot, a tow truck, a tree, and tulips. No need for that comma. U. U is for university professor, who teaches in college to make students smart and provide them with knowledge. Ursula, the uninsured university professor, uses unexposed film to uncover umbrella birds. We know about umbrella birds. That was our animal for letter U, the umbrella birds. Did you look it up? Did you find out and learn more about them? Also look and see if you find the UFO, underwear, uniform, and the Union Jack. All right, V is for ventriloquist, who makes the puppet sing. Everyone laughs at such a silly thing. Vicky, the valiant ventriloquist, very much values her voice. A ventriloquist. Says, can you also find a vase, vegetables, vest, violets, and violin? Those all start with a V. W. W is for wildfire specialist, who takes care of animals. Sorry, not wildfire. Wildlife specialist, who takes care of animals. He cares for many birds, reptiles, and mammals. Walter, the wildlife specialist, watches weird wild water snakes wiggle at the Walhalla Wildlife Warehouse. See if you can find a watch, wastebasket, watermelon, wheel, whip, whistle, and worm. X. X is for X-ray technician, who X-rays my brain to try to discover the source of my pain. Xena, the X-ray technician, X-rays xylophone playing Xerusalufus on Christmas. Xmas. Says look for an X, an X-ray, the X-axis, the Xerusalufus. I'm not sure what that is. And an Xmas tree and a xylophone. It must be that creature right there. We'll have to look that one up. Y is for yardman, who takes care of my lawn. He gets up very early and starts to his work at dawn. Yogi the yardman yodels while yanking yellow yarrow and eating yummy yam yogurt. The yardman. See if you can find the yolk, yellow flower, and a yardstick. Z is for zookeeper, who stays extra hours to give all the animals long, warm showers. Zeb, the zealous zookeeper, trains zillions of zipping, zigzagging zebras at the Zurich Zoo. Can you find zero, zigzag, and zoom lens? And that is the last letter and the end. There's the boys and girls who wrote and illustrated the book. Pretty awesome. I'm going to go through it real quick. One more time. Okay. A is for athlete. B is for baker. C is coaches. D for doctor. E is for elementary teacher. That's me. F is for the forest ranger. G is for the governor. He's in charge of our state. Not the country, that's the president, just our state. H is hairstylist. And I is illustrator. J is for janitor. K, karate instructor. L, limousine driver. M is the manager. N is nurse. O, oceanographer. P, paleontologist. Q, for quality control worker. R, rodeo clown. S, sportscaster. T, truck driver. U is university professor. V, ventriloquist. W, wildlife specialist. X for X-ray technician. Y for the yard man. And Z. Z is for the zookeeper. The end. Hope you enjoyed our story, Occupational Alphabet. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.